Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank for Sony PlayStation 2. In the last video, we completed the last of the skill point and gold bolt related activities in Altanis, and I accidentally did things in the wrong aspect ratio because I selected fit to screen as opposed to stretch to screen in OBS. So I had to do this weird looking widescreen on a standard CRT thing for the last video, and I apologize for that. I had no idea that was going on until after I recorded the whole video. So, yeah, the last video had me doing the swing course and destroying all the city lights so that way I could get the last of the skill points and the gold bolts on the planet that we are on now, Altanis. And we now have an infobot that will allow us to go to Planet Quartu, which is exactly where we're going to go. And I said there would be a possibility that I would have enough bolts for the Tesla Claw. Yeah, I decided against that because once you go anywhere after you complete Altanis, the game throws another cutscene at you. Also, I'm not going to Quartu right away. There is still a thing that I want to do now that I have the Morpho Ray. And to do that, we're going to have to go to Rilgar. But as I said before, once I leave the planet, I'm going to get a cutscene regardless of where I go next. So, cutscene time, as soon as I blast off.
Well, I guess Quark didn't eliminate them.
How observant of you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, if you were only so diligent in doing your own job.
Yes, sir.
Since our new planet is nearly finished, we need a plan to remove the world that is occupying our selected orbit. This time, it must be absolutely foolproof. Time is wasting.
And it looks like Supreme Executive Chairman Drek really wants a planet destroyed. That can't be fun. But, as I said earlier, we are going to Planet Rilgar because we have one more thing to do in terms of getting skill points and gold bolts. There is still one last skill point that I want to get. And, what's the best way to do this? Where's the base? Well, this is going to be the best place for us to go. So we're going to utilize it. And I might as well get a few bolts along the way. Even though they won't add up to much. Yeah, you're not going to get as many robots to destroy this time around on the way back. Just because of all the work that was done in the first place. I can get some more bolts this way, though, and that's what I'm planning on doing. And now that I have some better accessories and whatnot, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Still gonna have to deal with these guys, though. Hit them whenever I can. And of course, if I can hit all these guys without getting hit a whole bunch, that would be great. Sorry about that, had to concentrate. And we got some more. Oh, there's some health right here. I'm about to say, there's some more robots and some health that we can grab, but, well, we've got some right here. And I might as well go ahead and fight off these guys, too. And now it's time to hit these guys. And I should probably equip the O2 mask, since these guys shoot out this green gas that will harm me if it touches me. But if I've got the O2 mask on, it shouldn't hurt me. Speaking of which, we will need the O2 mask for a thing that we are going to do very, very shortly. Just let me go ahead and destroy the enemies that are here. Just to make things a little easier on myself. And also get some bolts, too. At least we're halfway to the amount of gold bolts I need for the Tesla Claw. Which is pretty nice, all things considered. Okay. We need to go downtown. And the only way to go downtown is to take the path that I have just taken ever since I entered Rilgar. And then take this car over to the downtown area. Okay. Now there is a tank. I want to get rid of all these guys first. There's that guy still waiting for the money for the rhino. It's still going to take us a bit of a while, as you can see. And let us go to the weapons menu and select the Morpho Ray. Now, as long as we have the O2 mask equipped, this gas can't hurt us. Also, by zapping an enemy with the Morpho Ray, this orange meter pops up on the right-hand side of the screen. And once you fill it up, that enemy turns into a chicken. So we just turned a tank into a chicken. And for doing that, we get a skill point. Of course, you have to stand there and concentrate the blast of the Morpho Ray on the tank for several seconds, which means that if you don't have the O2 mask, you're going to have a hard time doing this one. But we now have a skill point, and we have all the skill points and gold bolts up to and including Ultanis and Ultanis Orbit done. There are still some skill points and gold bolts left in the game, but we can easily get to them if we know what we're doing. And I could destroy these lamps for bolts, but, well, I'm not exactly in the mood to do that, and I have other things to do with my time, such as going to Planet Quartu. And I don't feel like making that whole trek to the ship, so let's go ahead and save and then load. This will give us a shortcut back to the ship, but at the same time, our progress, as far as skill points are concerned, and bolt collecting too, will be saved. This is something that I actually want to do. And now that we're back on the ship, we can go to Quartu. All we need to do now is just get back on the ship. At least Clank doesn't have to use any of his gadgets anymore to jump onto the ship. But we now have a new place to go to, the robot plant in Planet Quartu. We have 2 gold bolts and no skill points. We need to find out more about the Ultramech, because that was the thing that we learned about when we were in Ultanis. So let's head to Planet Quartu and see what we can get in terms of information about the Ultramech. This is a fairly short area for now. We can't get any of the gold bolts yet, but we can eventually. For now, though, I just want to concentrate on all the things that we can get. There is nothing else that we can buy as far as guns are concerned from the Gadgetron vendor. So once we buy the Tesla, I believe that is it. Also, we can take a shortcut right through here to get ourselves a little something. Might as well use the hydrofoil to make swimming around here a little easier. I thought I would get shocked there, but thankfully I did not. And once we hit this switch, the water will stop being electrified for a while, and we can go through this door. Want to be very careful as you go through here. Now we have some more rings to go through. By going through a set of 3 rings, you can go through a door. And I got shocked there, but that's okay. You definitely want to use the hydrofoil for this, or else you're not going to make it through here. And I thought I was going to get shocked there, but thankfully I didn't. Now to go through here. Here. And here. And then try to go through this door without getting shocked. We need to go up here as soon as possible. And let's leap out of the water now. If the timer hits 0, or you make it to the other side and leap out of the water will electrify itself again.
Oh, yeah.
But if you can make it to the other side, you'll get the bolt grabber. The bolt grabber will allow you to get bolts from a much farther distance. You don't have to stand near bolts as closely as you did before in order to get them. And it makes grabbing things with your wrench a little bit easier. So now that we got that out of the way, we can now take the path. And I want to get the blaster out just in case. Oh, well, let's go ahead and deal with the enemies first. And that'll do it. These big robot guys will throw fireballs at you if you let them, so don't let them.
You'll need the Gadgetron hologuise to explore the factory. Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect a hologuise on this planet.
We will find one eventually. And yeah, these guys will call for their buddies if they see you. Of course, it won't really affect you here because, well, nobody's going to come after you if you get spotted here in a non-robot form at the front of the factory. But if you're in the factory and you get spotted, yeah, you will have enemies coming after you. So now that we have the little thing for the metal detector popping up here, I suppose it would make sense to sweep this area for money, because we're going to need all the money we can get. And wow, apparently everything is back here, so it looks like we're going to have to go back. And there should be some more things. Okay, no. Really do not want...
You'll need the Gadgetron hologuise to explore the factory.
Stop it.
Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect a hologuise on this planet.
Okay. And there should be something over here too. I probably shouldn't get very close to these things. And that is the last of the hidden bolts that I need need the detector for. And you managed to zap me anyway. That was terrible. But we can go ahead and swing around with this. And we got these little enemies that will bite at us if we let them. And you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's go ahead and take care of you two with the wrench. Okay. Looking around, making sure I'm not missing anything that I shouldn't. Well, I missed out on some blaster ammunition. I'm probably going to find some more this way anyway. And from here, let's go ahead and smack these guys around so that way we can get some more bolts. And there's something over there, but I'm pretty sure that's just part of the factory. That little platform with all the robots right there. Let's get the Gold Glove of Doom. I have a bad feeling about this. What do you know? I was right. I'm going to let you take care of all those things. And I'm going to use this for cover. And that was wonderful, but I still have one of these things that I have yet to get my hands on. Well, we can fix that. Okay, that's better. Now we can go through the rest of everything. And that door is where we're supposed to go, but I will go for some more bolts with the metal detector again, if I can find it. Alright. We found 2 spots for the metal detector already. And I seem to be finding a good amount of them super easily. And that was the last of them. Had to concentrate a little there again, but, well, it had to be done. And there is a room back here, but we can't reach it yet. We will eventually, though. And who are you? Okay. There should be more enemies. Managed to find some right in the corner there. Don't think there should be... Oh. Well, you're there. And we're going to talk to that guy real soon, right after we break this. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to the guy.
Was it pi over infinity, or...
Hey, you need help fixing that thing?
Actually, I'm trying to destroy it.
Why?
I was contracted to re-engineer my enlarging machine to create huge, heavily armed mechs.
So that's where those mechs came from.
Precisely. Had I known Drek was behind this, I never would have done it.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, if you'll volunteer to be enlarged, you may be able to stop those mechs long enough for me to sabotage this machine.
And then you will change me back?
I've never tried that, but in theory, yes.
And by walking onto this and pressing triangle, we get to turn into Giant Clank. We get to ride behind Clank as we punch things with square, shoot missiles with circle, and let out a huge laser with the triangle button. Now we have an energy meter, so we can't take all the damage in the world. And we have a little circle all the way to the left that is green when we have a fully charged laser ready, and turns red after we fire it. It takes a little while to charge the laser up, but once you charge the laser up, you can fire it and do a lot of damage to a bunch of enemies, which is rather nice. So once we go in here as Giant Clank, we're going to have to destroy a whole bunch of planes and robots just to give the scientists that we just talked to time to deactivate the robot enlarger for the Ultramax. And I might as well just go ahead and show off the laser there. As you can see, it can do quite a bit of damage. And if you know what you're doing, you can damage a whole bunch of enemies at one time. And if you know what you're doing, you can destroy a whole bunch of planes at one time. That should be the last of them?
Well done! Now just step into the machine and we'll see what happens.
Nice to have you back, I guess.
I've recalibrated the controls to allow only your specific circuit pattern.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know how to thank you two. Maybe this'll help.
New! From Gadgetron, the makers of weapons and other fine products, comes the Hollow Guys. With the Hollow Guys, you can fool robots into thinking you're one of them. Match your wits against other robots. Work on robotic assembly lines. Attend robot parties. The Hollow Guys. Available only at Gadgetron headquarters for a limited time. Not to be used for illegal purposes. We're only in sanctioned areas. You will not actually become a robot.
If I can get that thing, I'll be able to get past those robot guards.
Robots are not so easily fooled.
Ah, what's that?
What?
Uh-huh.
And we have an info buff for Planet Quartu 3. Which we will be going to eventually. But now that we can transform into a robot, there is a trick that I will show off eventually. I'll show it off in the next video, I think. But the trick will allow me to get a whole bunch of bolts in a lot of time, which is something that I do want. And I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore, but as you can see, just to prove the point that this is a very short stage, didn't take long at all to get back. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably for the best that I came down here, because that allows me to refill on ammo.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Only thing I really used was the blaster.
Beauty.
And probably the Glove of Doom.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Oh, I've refilled on ammo on that as well.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Still going to need less than 10,000 more for the Tesla Claw, but at least I'm full on ammo now. So now that we've taken care of some things, and I've gotten just about all the skill points that I can up until this point, and gold bolts, we will be heading to Quartu 3. And hopefully by that point, I will be ready to take care of what I need to take care of. Hopefully I will have the Tesla Claw in my inventory, and I'll also have enough bolts to take care of ammunition and other matters for just in case. All that will be happening in the next video. So join me next time where we head to Quartu 3, try to get that Hollow Guys, and then head back to Quartu and see what we can do with the Hollow Guys. We can finally explore that factory once we get it. And who knows what we'll find in the factory. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!